We're back. News,
Yes,
reviews, updates, tidbits, factoids,
yes, yes, yes.
Peacemaker, all that good fun stuff. I would
hmm
assume.
Yes.
Let's do it.
All right. I let's do some reviews first. First, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share if you're feeling frisky. I watched two shows and I watched four movies. How about yourself?
Just one movie.
How many? Any shows?
No shows. One movie.
Okay, you didn't finish Peacemaker.
I have no interest in finished Peacemaker.
All right, cool. So the shows that I watched are Peacemaker and Gen V season 2 and Peacemaker season 2. First Peacemaker review. First thing I just want to praise off the bat is John Cena's acting. I think that you know it's really gotten to the point now where, like I said, with The Rock and the Smashing Machine, like these wrestlers turned actors are just really becoming just actors, man. And I thought he carried this season with his acting. And this is somebody who isn't even the biggest John Cena fan personally, but I could definitely see the growth in that area. I love that this James Gunn. I say this over and over again with all his projects, but he always seems to be able to make a team of these misfits. A team of these people that can just come together. This found family. We've seen it with Scooby Doo. We've seen it with Guardians of the Galaxy. We've seen it with Creature Commandos. We've seen it with the new Superman movie. The formula works, man. It does. It works once again right here. I love that they gave Harcourt more to do. Now, yes, Harcourt is his actual wife in real life, the actress who plays her, Jennifer Holland. But still, she's amazing, man. She's one of the best characters on the team. Economos is great. Adrian, obviously, Vigilante. It's just a really good team. It might be my favorite James Gunn team, and that's even including Garden, which is insane to even say. I love that they took so much time addressing the repercussions of Flag's death from the Suicide Squad. Because Flag is somebody that I really loved as a character. And one of the biggest things for me to try to get over to Peacemaker's side completely was his feeling kind of guilty for that and kind of addressing that situation. And he definitely spent a large bulk of the season on that, which I appreciated, which brings me more to kind of Peacemaker's side. This season felt so different than season one. And that's something that I really commend James Gunn for doing, because typically when you have a successful season one, the formula is to go ahead and just do it again, bigger and better. But this season is just so different in so many different ways, man. And that's my biggest compliment I can give to this season two. And at the core of this season two is it's a love story between Harcourt and Peacemaker. I think it works very, very, very well. Now the finale, which everybody's talking about, the finale, about how lackluster it was. I'm kind of on the other side of the fence in regards to the finale, because I respect James Gunn for doing something different. The expectation going into a big finale like this is, okay, we're gonna have a big battle, fighting all the way through, but this was more so just like a therapeutic kind of catharsis, and like just letting the characters and their arcs come to a complete, full stop at the end. And episode 7, which was episode before episode 8, which was before the finale, was more so the big action that people wanted and people were longing for. So I can see why people would be mad if you have expectations of a big fight in the finale. But for somebody like me, like, I can look at it from a thematic standpoint and think that it still came to a full conclusion. And I understand, yes, he's setting things up for, obviously, for Superman 2 and all that kind of stuff. He announces that there's going to be no Peacemaker season 3 as of right now. Those stories will kind of be, like I said, translated into other DC projects. But overall, man, I think this is a really good season, man. I think that James Gunn is very special in the superhero space. I think that he values storytelling first, which I think is apparent here. I give Peacemaker season 2. It's not perfect at all. I give it a B plus. Probably on the same level as season 1, but I just commend it, like I said, for being so different. So I enjoy Peacemaker season 2. Moving on. Next review is for. Wait, can I ask you why you don't care to watch Peacemaker season 2? Just wasn't grabbing you.
Well, I wasn't the biggest fan of season one,
Cool.
and I absolutely don't. I'm just completely off of James Gunn after seeing Superman, so I have no faith in what he's going to do with the DCU. And after the first few episodes of Peacemaker season two, I was just like, I just don't care. I just don't care about this character. I don't care about the direction that he's going with this universe. And I was almost like torturing myself to like watch this show, and I was just like, no, like I'm just not doing it anymore. So yeah, James Gunn is kind of ruining this for me. So yeah.
All right. Next review, guys, is for Gen V season 2. Gen V is a spinoff of The Boys. First off, I just want to say rest in peace to Chance Perdomo, who played the character Andre. I was wondering how they were going to tackle this, because he was
He
a major
died in season one. Is that right? Or right after season one?
after,
Like in real life?
in real life. The actor Chance Perdomo. And so I was wondering how they were going to address this going into season 2. And they spent a bulk of the season addressing his death, and like his character dies in the show as well, as a mirror of what happens in real life. And I thought they did a very good job of paying respect to his character. And it's almost like the entire season, almost like a tribute to his character, which is I thought was very, very cool. Because shows go either one or two ways. They kind of just don't address it at
Act
all.
like it never happened.
Act like it never happened. They go all in, you know. So like, I appreciated that. I thought it was handled very well. His death actually does increase the stakes of the overall show. Now, I have the same issue with this overall show that I have with season one, with I have with season two of Gen V, is that I just literally, I guess this kind of goes back to your Peacemaker argument. I don't care about any of the characters in this show whatsoever. And it's so interesting because opposed to the boys, I care about so much of I care about so many of the characters. I care about Homelander. I care about Starlight, Huey, Mother's Milk. And in this, it's just like, man, I don't care about any of this shit. And there's so many heavy emotional moments that the show tries to go for. And I don't know if I should blame the actors or the writers involved, but so many of these scenes feel like these are actors that are ripped out of like a Disney Channel original movie. Like it's just
Oh my
that's
god.
literally what it feels like. And it's just such an interesting comparison to the boys. I think it's a very fair comparison because very kind of same tonality and all that kind of stuff, but the intangibles are just missing. And it's to the point now where my enjoyment for this show has reached a point where my only enjoyment, and I do have enjoyment, don't get me wrong, is that it's anything that has like connection to the boys. And there's a lot of
To
connections
the boys.
and I only watch it to kind of stay up to date with the boys, like see what's going on because it's one of those spinoffs where it's like you have to watch this to kind of understand what's going on in the boys as well.
Oh, that sucks.
And to me, it's kind of a detriment because I mean it can't stand on its own as its own show without any connection to the boys. And so, at the end of the show, spoiler alert, at the end of the season, this new team of Gen V is now joining the boys. And I literally screamed at the screen, "No! What the fuck are we doing? Why would you fucking do this? Why would you have Marie? Like, bro, like I don't care about these characters. Like, maybe this is the way to get me to care.
I'm about to say, yeah,
but at the same time, it's like, bro, like let's just keep them separate, please, man. I don't want these niggas joining the boys. And it's so funny because they had A-Train come out like he's like this.
Welcome to the show, bitch.
Yeah, he's like, hey guys, welcome to the. I'm like, oh my fucking god, am I being frank right now? So yeah, they're a part of the boys now, guys. Gen V.
That's hilarious.
A part of the fucking boys. So yeah, I get this overall season to C+. Not terrible, but just like I said, man, all my enjoyment comes from the boys connection. So
okay.
Pause. Which movie did you watch?
The Black Phone 2.
Same. Okay, so I watched 3 other movies. So let's do Black Phone 2 in the middle of these. First movie I want to get into is One Battle After Another. This is the new Leonardo DiCaprio.
Tiana Taylor.
Yes, Tiana Taylor, Regina Hall, Sean Penn. I actually watched this movie a couple weeks ago, and I walked out of the theater. And I was like, but the whole world was telling me, oh, this is one of the best movies of the year. They were comparing it to Sinners. And the part I walked out of, it was like, I was maybe like 45 minutes into the movie, and I just didn't care about anything that was going on. And I'm a huge believer that art, when you consume art, your headspace is everything when you consume art, whether it be music, whether it be movies, whether it be TV shows, actual paintings. And so maybe I was like, you know what?
Maybe it was just a bad day for you.
Yeah, maybe it was just a bad day. Because, like, honestly, like, I don't give a fuck about what niggas say. Typically, like, I stand on my 10 toes down on my beliefs. But I was like, I haven't seen one bad review. I was like, okay, you know what? Let me go ahead and just spin the block on this movie. And man, this is one of the best movies of the year. I have it number 2 behind Sinners. It's my only other A of the year. It's an absolutely fantastic.
From walking out to an A.
Yes.
Hold on. Wait, no. What the fuck were you doing on the day where you walked out, nigga? Like, this nigga Monty arguing with his girl. He got fired. Like,
well, to be fair, like, even the part when I walked out on, like, I still, even upon second viewing, like, that first 45 minutes of the movie is slow, man. And but once you have the full context of everything that goes on, you need that first 45 minutes of the movie. And so
typically how it goes.
I still understand why I walked out of the part I walked out on, but I'm so glad I stuck around. First of all, Paul Thomas Anderson, obviously a director here, obviously like a legendary director. Leonardo DiCaprio, man, I was so surprised. Obviously, what he's obviously debated as one of the GOATs of acting, but I didn't know he could be funny, and he was hilarious in this movie. Like, he nailed the physical comedy. I was like, wow, I'm laughing at Leonardo DiCaprio. Like, this is like he's Chris Rock. Tiana Taylor, man, somebody that I've known for a long. I've told you a long time ago. I think she's a star, and her acting was obviously very good here. I've been waiting on her to have a role like this, and she was very impactful in the film. Sean Penn, who plays the villain here, I think it's one of the best villains of the year. Sean Penn is an amazing actor, obviously, but what he brings to this role, all the nuances, is very great. Regina Hall, also like one of my favorite actresses of all time. Her range is so underrated. She's not doing any kind of comedy in this movie at all, and I think she's just really just a fantastic actress on her own.
She's been so good for so long.
Yeah, so good for so long. And we have Benicio del Toro, who's obviously another great actor as well. Just a really great ensemble. Like it really rivals Sinners. And I see why they keep doing the Sinners comparisons. Just a really great actor as well. They added a lot to this movie as well. And we have newcomer Chase Infinity, who the Hollywood's been falling in love with, the new biracial standout. They're saying that
Damn,
Zendaya need to watch
biracial
out.
standout's crazy.
Zendaya needs to watch out.
Does she?
But she was actually really good though in the film as well. I look forward to seeing more of what Chase Infinity can do. Also a great name. So I strongly believe that Paul Thomas Anderson pulled a lot from his own life with this film because it's a white man. At first, also I walked out of the first time as well because it deals with like a lot of like black themes. You know, like black women are like the focal point of this movie. I'm like, why is a white man telling the story? But Paul Thomas Anderson pulled a lot from his own life. He's actually married to Maya Rudolph, a black woman, and they have a mixed daughter as well. So I see why he pulled from his own life to this actual story, and I think it made it that much better because you can see like you can see the authenticity in the story. And I've been hearing so many times before I watched the movie the second time about this car chase sequence towards the end of the film on these hills. I'm like this scene can't be that good. A car chase on hills, and the scene was glorious. It's an absolutely just shows you what can be accomplished when you shoot a shot with intention. It was an amazing, one of the best scenes of the year. And so, yeah, man, my note to Hollywood is just let's make more original movies like this. It's long. It's about 2 hours and 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes. But man,
Wow.
let's just make more original movies like this, man, because this is so refreshing. Like this is why people like Sinners. People like this kind of movie because it's just fresh. It's original. It's old filmmaking, you know, and I just loved it. So yeah, I give it.
How's it doing at the box office?
Terrible, absolutely. It's gonna cause Warner Brothers a loss at the box office. I think like $100 million, and this is just that's not surprising.
Damn.
Two and a half hours movie. People don't want to see that. No big IP attached. The marketing is crazy because like no one knew like what the movie was about. I love that personally, but for people like you and other people, like that's a turn off for them. So I get it.
Yeah.
But
one of the reasons I didn't watch the movie, it was 2 hours and 40 something minutes, and the marketing was nuts. So it's just like I don't want to see this.
Yeah, but hopefully on the back end, I'm sure it'll get a lot of attention towards the award season. People will be like, okay, you know, I'll go ahead and check it out, and they'll see.
Once it comes out on streaming, I'm sure it'll be more popular.
Yeah, for sure. Next review I'm going to do before we do our Black Phone 2 review is Tron Ares.
Wow.
Yeah.
You saw this.
I saw this. I mean, well, I love Tron 2010.
Oh, okay. No, but I didn't like it. So
Okay.
I was just like, what the fuck? Like,
Okay, wow.
I'm not watching this bullshit with Jared fucking Leto. But okay, go ahead.
Well, I'm glad you said that because I had it on my recommendation list.
Jesus.
I adore Tron Legacy. I love that movie so much, man. And so I went into this one with skepticism, because Disney and what they're doing these days is just not fun. Jared Leto,
Damn.
Greta Lee. I think honestly, I know Jared Leto gets a lot of hate, but I think he does a lot. With what he's given in this movie. I think he's not bad at all in the film. I think it's just totally the writing, and I think that this is a very bad movie, guys. I don't understand why they just couldn't continue the story of the Flynns, which is from the first Tron in '82 and the second Tron Legacy, like that follows Flynn's son. Like, why not just keep on with that story? Obviously, they wanted to do something different. I heard that the actual guy that played Sam Flynn just had like creative differences. I see why when we watch this movie. Now, the first movie is like, well, not the first one. Tron Legacy in 2010 is known so much for its score. They say one of the best scores of the modern century with Daft Punk on that score. Absolutely brilliant score. I agree. Now, this time they bring in 9 Inch Nails to kind of match that Daft Punk energy. And I'm not going to lie, 9 Inch Nails the score is actually really good here. But, of course, it's not fair to compare to what Daft Punk did in 2010. Like, that was just fucking mind-blowing. So, the score is cool. It looks really good, I guess, for a movie. But my biggest thing with this movie is that, like, Tron in '82 was like a visionary film. Like, that changed. Like, I mean, if you watch it now, it looks so silly. But, like, that changed, like, how people did effects. Like, apparently, like, Pixar saw that, or Pixar and like George Lucas saw what they did in that movie, and like that translated to like Toy Story for like, the first Pixar film. There's so much stuff that Tron in '82 did, and then Tron 2010 also pushed the genre forward well. It was just amazing visuals, amazing score. This movie looks good, but like it doesn't push the envelope forward, in my opinion. Like it's just another good looking movie. Like I feel like Tron is like when you watch Tron movies, okay, like let's push the envelope. I don't think it does that, and I blame Disney for that. And this movie just kind of like represents everything wrong with Disney these days, in my opinion. Like when it comes to Star Wars, anything, they take a very popular IP, they strip the IP of all of its uniqueness, and they just kind of turn it into like a mediocre kind of corporate slop. And I'm just over it, man. I give it a C-. I wasn't satisfied with this movie at all, and it's sad because I actually loved the Tron series. So yeah.
Okay.
Let's do Black Phone 2. I would love to hear your review on this movie. And please give me your thoughts just briefly on Black Phone 1 as well, so I can have some context.
Yeah. the first Black Phone I enjoyed. I thought that it was original, and I really enjoyed the horror aspect of it and the phone call aspect of it. But for some reason, after leaving the theater, I thought that it should have been better. And I'm not sure why I have this idea in my mind that like this this idea is just so good that like this should be like A+ thriller horror material.
I
But
agree with you.
um, well, unfortunately, that hindered my viewing experience with the Black Phone too, because that same originality is back, but they've retoned it to kind of like a new purpose in this one, in the Black Phone 2, which I thought was brilliant. Like it was cool, it was good. But again, once it was over, I was kind of just like, I mean, it was cool, but and like I don't ever want to feel that way when I'm in the theater, especially when at this point, like I feel like I just can't catch a break, and like I'm just seeing nothing but mediocrity. Jesus Christ, seeing nothing but mediocrity, and just see films. So it's hard for me to take time out of an already busy schedule to see something that I'm very excited for, only to be kind of let down at the end. That doesn't mean that this movie doesn't have its high spots, because it absolutely does. Pretty much everybody from the first film, I mean that's live anyway, returns in this one. So like there's a continuity between what's the nigga's name? The main character, the little boy.
Oh, between his actor name is Mason Thames. I'm not sure about this. I forgot.
Okay, for some reason I was going to call him like Wings or Hoagie. What's the nigga name from How to Train Your Dragon?
Finn. Oh
No, I mean that's his name in the movie. What was his name in How to Train Your Dragon? Hiccup. Thank you. Yeah. For some reason I was thinking his name was Hiccup. That's not his name. Well, yeah, anyway, yeah, he's back. McConaughey's back. The dad's back. The little girl's back.
Ethan Hawke, nigga. All white niggas with long hair looking.
They all look alike. Yeah, whatever. He's back. But was he, or did he just do the fucking voice? Because that nigga's face is not in this movie at all.
Put Pedro Pascal in the middle.
Yeah, that nigga pulled a Pedro Pascal. That nigga was not in that suit, boy. But hey, whatever. It's all good. Anyway, yeah, and it's funny how time works, because after the first one came out, all of a sudden now there's this, he's the grabber, like he's this character, like he's got merch, he's got a toy, and like he's on commercials and the grabber, and it's just like, wait a minute, like this nigga was not that scary to have like merch, bitch. No yeah, no, he literally didn't. No, he didn't. But whatever. I mean, obviously they've got to make the intrigue for part 2, and I get it. And I think ultimately one of my biggest problems with this is that they try to move Finney to the side as the main character and focus on his sister, which obviously they don't want to completely retell what happened in part 1, and I totally get it. Which is why I gave them praise for making something that was in part 1 feel new and original, and I feel like they didn't do that at all with Finney. He was really just relegated to being like support, which is okay, but I don't know. I mean, he had this super important story in part 1, and I was kind of led to believe that the story was about to continue, but that's not really what we got. It was a really entirely different story. But yeah, ultimately, I think that if you go to see the Black Phone 2, and you have an open mind about what you saw in part 1, and you're expecting a little, I guess like Monty stated earlier, like bigger and better, I think that is here in certain points, but in other points, I think it kind of falls flat, if I'm being real. There was a part in the middle where I was literally about to fall asleep. I was just like, holy shit, nothing's happening. Anyway, I didn't give the movie a B-. This is not a bad movie, but I just thought that, again, with this type of original idea, with the actors involved, I thought that it would just be better, and it really wasn't. But yeah, Black Phone 2, I give it a B-. Yeah. I honestly think, and this may be a backhanded compliment, but I honestly think you could just wait for streaming. Like, I don't think you need to rush to the movie theater to see this, and that's unfortunate for something like this, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think I share similar thoughts to you in regards to how you feel about the first one. Like, even this one to an extent, like the trailers, like whoever's doing the trailers for these movies need to get paid like so much money.
Yeah, they're great, right?
It's amazing. Like, I was like, okay, A+ movie coming,
Yeah.
But anyway, First of all, I have a big problem with the fact that it's called Black Phone 2 and not The Black Phone 2 when part one was called The Black Phone. That pisses me off. Like small shit like that. I don't know if I'm autistic to an extent, but that pisses me off. So I'm glad the director Scott Derrickson has came back. You know, the guy who did the first Doctor Strange movie. I'd much rather him do
Your
these kind of
favorite.
movies than Doctor Strange. Trust me. Um, Ethan Hawke obviously returns as the grabber, and I was so against him returning as a grabber at first. I was like, that doesn't make. I'm like, why? But then I kind of like did like a recap on the first one. I'm like, okay, that actually makes total sense because like the whole point is that you can after death is not over, like you know. So I was able to accept that. We got, of course, Mason Thames, who I just saw earlier this year, House of the Dragon. I really like him as an actor.
Mhm.
I'm going to see a movie he comes up with this weekend actually called like the Colleen Hoover adaptation, where he's like it's like a love story. I'm excited for that. And I think that this movie, the biggest thing I'll give it for like a compliment wise is that it's the best looking movie of the year. Maybe for me, it looks so. And I remember saying it during the trailer, like this movie just looks so fucking good. Like it just looks so good. I don't know if people care about that kind of shit, but I do. It's some of the best like overall, just like cinematography. I love that grainy film quality that it has to it. It looks so good. Now, in terms of the actual film itself, I love Finney's evolution as a character. I like that. It makes sense that he would grow up and be like this kind of angsty kid that's angry after going through that, that horrible thing that he went through in part one. And unlike you, though, I'm very glad that they gave the reins over to Gwen, his sister. It made her the main character. I think she's amazing as an actress. I think she's very compelling to watch on screen. And I think she's probably my favorite part of part one, even though she had like a very small role. And so the fact that they gave her more to do, for me, was a highlight for me. Now, the grabber is basically Freddy Krueger in this movie. People have been saying it online, and he really is. Like I thought that they would try to do something a little different, but he's just Freddy Krueger essentially. And it's so funny because speaking of Freddy Krueger and Nightmare on Elm Street, you can tell Scott Derrickson pulls from both Nightmare on Elm Street and from Friday the 13th. Like he's got the Nightmare on Elm Street qualities, obviously, with in your dream, but then in the cabin, in the woods, like teens, like Friday the 13th kind of vibes as well. Which I thought, in theory, is really cool to combine those two franchises from a conceptual standpoint. But I don't know if it always worked. But I really appreciate the attempt at least. I think that is so cool. I think it's so cool how the calls on the black phone can transcend time and space. I think that's really really cool. Like that was like okay, like, I like sci-fi shit like that. Now for me, my biggest thing with the movie is that this movie is I think it's a better crafted film than part one, but I don't think it's entertaining as part one. I think that the novelty is kind of worn off. I don't really feel like the grabber is that much of a real threat. Like when he's on screen, I'm not like, okay, anybody can die at any moment. I never felt that way. And I feel
Mhm.
like with Freddy Krueger or with other iconic characters, you feel like, okay, it can go down at any moment. Anybody can really die. So, like in the scene when the grabber was skating on that ice, bro, he lost so much aura for me. I was like, what? This nigga's this nigga's a fucking ballet nigga. What the fuck is going on here? He's so graceful on ice. But anyway, overall, guys, I give this film a B. I honestly probably should give it a B minus like Julian does, but because it just looks so pretty, and I care about that kind of stuff, that's definitely an aspect of film that matters to me. You can tell like it's so like the lighting is so intentional and all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna give it a B. I think it's a well crafted film. I just think part one is more entertaining. And last thing I just want to say, if they would have brought in Ed and Lorraine from the Conjuring universe, this movie would have been wrapped up in 10 minutes because they would have handled this shit like, okay, bitch, I know what the fuck going on. Boom, 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 it's over. But these little kids, I get it. They had no idea what was going on. So
Yeah.
crossover.
How many times? How many times is this bitch gonna fall asleep and they're just gonna let her walk and do whatever she wants? Like that happened at least 7 times in the movie. And I'm just like, is nobody gonna tie a bell around her? Like, is nobody just gonna like literally tie her to the bed?
Mm-hmm.
But whatever. Sorry.
Yeah. Last review, guys, is for a film called A Roof Man. This starring Channing Tatum. This is based on the true.
Toys R Us, baby.
Yes, based on the true story of a guy named Jeffrey Manchester who basically escaped prison and lived in the Toys R Us for months and months on end, and then eventually started to slowly integrate with the community because people kind of forgot that he was on the run. And honestly, man, this was one of the biggest surprises of the year for me. And I love this is why like you always asking like why are you going to those movies that you don't really care about like for times like this like it means something to me like I really enjoyed this film. Channing Tatum is somebody who I've been on record saying I'm not a fan of the guy at all. This is my favorite role that he's done. I think this is the best performance he gives in his career. He's very charming. He gives what the role needs. Kirsten Dunst is always really good. I think they have some of the best chemistry I've seen all year between like a romantic standpoint. I would have never guessed Kirsten Dunst and Channing Tatum would have romantic chemistry, but they really do. Peter Dinklage is really good. Lakeith Stanfield is obviously really good. Ben Mendelsohn, it's so funny seeing him in this kind of role. This kind of reminds me of a movie that came out like in the early 2000s, and I mean like in like a really good way. I love that. Like it's original. It's kind of a feel good movie. It's no IP attached to it. It's kind of like very small stakes, you know. And it's just like we need more movies like this. I remember Matt Damon on Hot Ones saying like, "Why we don't get movies like this anymore?" If you guys haven't watched that clip, I highly advise you do. Studios just aren't willing to put the risk in these kind of movies anymore. But I feel like we need these kind of movies, man. These kind of small scale, just like feel good movies in theaters. I feel like this is a movie that people would probably want to like revisit like around the holidays because it's like that holiday kind of feel to it. And so yeah, man, I enjoyed it. I give it a B. Roof Man, it's like don't go into it thinking, oh, best movie of the year, but just go into it like with an open mind. I think you might have a really good time if you kind of like let it wash over you and just kind of go along with the story. It's charming. So yeah, Channing Tatum, back on my good list. I give you, yeah, I give it.
Yeah, okay, for now. Until we see him in X-Men or sorry, Avengers.
Yeah.
He's Cajun Gambit again.
Don't remind me, please. Okay, let's talk about what's coming out. How to Train Your Dragon. Speaking of that
God
movie,
damn.
the live action movie that just came out this year is now streaming on Peacock. For those who might have missed it or want to see it again, I think it's worth the watch personally. Transformers and GI Joe. They're having an adult animated crossover TV series in the works. This is based on Robert Kirkman's universe comic series. Of course, he does Walking Dead, Invincible. It will be TVMA just like Invincible. And so I remember me and Julian laughed like crazy at the idea of like this happening in live action. Even though I kind of still want to see it, but I think for a cartoon, a TVMA cartoon, I think I'm here for this. I think if you're gonna do it, this is the medium to kind of do it in. Like don't waste our time watching movies to see this shit in live action. So I'm kind of here for this, honestly. What are your
What's the
thoughts?
crossover again? Transformers and who?
GI Joe.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this? I mean, okay. Shout to Robert Kirkman, but Jesus Christ. I mean, look, this I need to see one of the GI Joes get into the Transformer like a Megazord. I need to see it, and sure, let's do it.
Bro, I
I
still
guess.
remember the theater reaction after Transformers: Rise of the Beast or whatever when they revealed this was a GI Joe tie-in world. Half the theater laughed, and the other half was just like, "What?" It was insane.
I can't believe it.
It was so funny. It was a very memorable theater experience for me. I was just in awe. I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" They're actually going. Anyway, let's. So the Game of Thrones prequel, Night of the Seven Kingdoms, we're going to obviously address the trailer later on. But a few details on is that apparently this show will not feature any dragons or magic, as it is set 50 years after the death of the last dragon. And the quote is that nobody's thinking about magic right now. This could basically be 14th century Britain. So don't expect any kind of supernatural. That's kind of what I gathered from it anyway. I know a lot of the appeal for people was like the dragons, all that kind of stuff when it comes to Game of Thrones. For me, it's always been the storytelling. But what are your thoughts on this? Do you care?
I feel like I'm kind of in the middle. I mean, yeah, I do care. I do think a big part of Game of Thrones is the dragons, the mystic system, the witches, and whatever, all that shit. But on one hand, Game of Thrones has some of the best stories, depth, world building, period. So obviously, from like a story perspective, this could be a good thing. But I am a little worried that it could drag if it's like multiple seasons. I did hear a good thing that it's only going to be like 30-minute episodes, which I think is good. Like I think
right? Like 6 30-minute episodes, something like that.
something like that. Yeah. So I think that means that there's probably going to be no filler, and like they're going to like tell really good stories in this amount of time, which as a viewer I'm going to appreciate. But in the Game of Thrones world, I feel like I am going to miss the I mean, because like it's part of the world, like what I mean. So I don't know. Like obviously, and I guess like you said, we'll talk about the trailer, but I feel like I'm kind of in the middle. Like I'm praying for nothing but a good outcome, but I could see how it could go bad. So I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I could somewhat agree with that. I think that of course the appeal to dragons, like all that kind of stuff, is so cool. Like the best parts of House of the Dragon are when the dragons are interacting and calling each other bitch and shit like that. But yeah, I think this could be interesting though. I mean, from a lore standpoint, the reason why the dragons and all that kind of stuff was so significant in Game of Thrones was because there was such a big part of time where there wasn't any dragons, and so exploring that kind of time period within Westeros could be cool. So I'm kind of here for it. We'll see though.
Yeah.
There's a new Prison Break show moving forward at Hulu. I know Prison Break has so many cult fans. It's set in the same universe as the OG show, but follows new characters. It follows an ex-soldier turned prison officer working at one of the deadliest prisons in America to prove how far she'll go. Oh God, for someone she loves.
Oh,
I'm not, guys. You know, I'm not a sexist at all, but like this idea that
uh
just make women the head of everything, like a woman prison guard,
oh.
bitch. Okay, we'll
All
see how that goes.
right.
Watch your episode. Want her overpower a man? I'm like, okay, all right, bitch. Anyway, Netflix is now reportedly planning to release Stranger Things the finale in theaters, same day as it airs on Netflix. And they previously said no to doing this, but the talks have evolved, and so it's happening now. And as a big Stranger Things fan, I will be there opening fucking night, an hour before, getting my seat, my popcorn. I'm so excited for this. This could be really an event. So I'm looking forward to this. I know you don't watch Stranger Things, but I am looking very much so forward to this. So yes, I think we need more finale. Like even if it's like small shows, like just put it in theater. Like let the fans of the show get the silver screen experience for their favorite show. You know, I feel like that should be a thing that is like common. But that's just my thought. Any thoughts on that?
Y'all had fun.
Like what's some of your favorite shows that you watch right now or that you watched recently? Like, would you want to see the finale of that show? Like, would you actually go to the theater to watch the finale of that show in theaters?
I probably only feel that way about anime. Like I think
Okay.
Demon Slayer is doing it right, kind of with their finale. You know, their finale is an arc, but
Yeah.
you know they're splitting the movie into three parts, and it's been one of the best movies I've seen this year. I think My Hero could do it. Attack on Titan did it. I wouldn't be surprised if more anime does it in the future. But yeah, as far as like actual live action TV shows,
So
brother, I
if the Wednesday finale came to theater, would you check it out?
no Netflix me no.
How about House of the Dragon?
Nah, I'm
Oh
not doing it.
wow, okay. Um, the what's it called? Universal Studios is not sure if they will move forward with the final Fast and Furious film apparently, unless the budget is dropped. There's a couple details on this. There's no approved script, even though Vin Diesel says there is. There is no set release date. Most of the cast does not have any deals yet. The studio wants the budget cut to $200 million, which is reasonable, but knowing them, the last movie, not reasonable. And the last film barely turned a profit. Apparently, the one that passed 11 with Jason Momoa. Just okay, like just the idea of us never getting closure on this story. Does that honestly bother you or not really?
It doesn't bother me at all, unfortunately. Look, man, dude, how long has this franchise been going on? Since like 2000, 2001?
Yeah.
I mean, like I'm okay. Like I am so okay with never seeing another one of these again. And I will still rewatch all of them with fondness as if I've never seen them again. So I don't need closure. This is not the fucking Avengers as much as they think it is. It is not. And I would be totally okay with never seeing this shit again. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm torn half and half. I kind of don't give a fuck about Fast and Furious closure at all, to be honest. I don't give a fuck. Like the last movie was so mad to me. At the same
Yeah.
time, I just kind of want to see how crazy they can go. Now, if they have any kind of budgetary cuts, then obviously it'll be more of a kind of a scaled down movie. Which who wants that? But
Not me.
if they do just go for it, like let me just like let's do time travel. Like let's meet the Avengers. Like let's just do it, man. Like, let's just have the final movie be fucking insane as you can go. So I'm torn.
These niggas trying to bring back Paul Walker's ghost with AI and shit. That shit costs too much money, bro. Just leave him alone.
Please let him rest.
Let him rest, bro.
In hell, apparently like little girls. But anyway, moving on. Predator Predator Badlands will be the first mainline. Let him burn in peace. Predator.
You're done. You're fucking done. You're glad nobody watches this shit. Oh,
no,
man.
right? Thank you, our fucking 20 subscribers. Predator Badlands will be the first mainline Predator film to be PG-13. The film will still be violent as possible, apparently, but because of the fact that there's no humans in the story and it's going to be like green predator blood, then that does not constitute for a rated R film because there's no human red blood. So, what are your thoughts on this? Does this bother you or not really?
Okay, I'll admit this doesn't happen to me often. I'm usually not the guy to fall for a headline. Once I saw the headline, I was like, "You got to be fucking kidding me! How fucking dare you, bitch! Like, get the fuck out of here!" And then I actually read it and I was like, "Okay." I'm still angry, but like, but I understand. And I think obviously this is more of a good thing because parents are not going to take their children to see a rated R movie. But if it's PG-13, there's a chance. There's a chance. So, and obviously, if the blood is green or purple or whatever the fuck, you know, it's funny. Like they used to censor Dragon Ball Z like that back in the day. Like I don't know if like, you know, obviously our younger audience has no idea, but back in the late 90s, early 2000s, Yeah, you're right.
We're irrelevant, bitch.
Yeah. Literally nobody's watching this. Except Juan, my dog.
My dog.
Maybe. Anyway, anyway. Wait. Look. They used to do it back on the fucking Toonami days to make sure that it could be aired over here in the United States. So honestly, it's not really gonna bother me. It's probably not gonna take me out the movie. Um, do I need like red blood to constitute like an actual alien movie? I don't think so. I mean, a Predator movie? I don't think so. So I'll be there opening night.
Same, and I understand. Like, but I feel like at the same time, gore is gore. So you saying the nigga's head could get chopped off and their spleen get ripped out as long as it's green blood, it don't fucking matter. Like, okay, now I feel like studios are gonna run with that now. Like, okay, bitch, you said it. You said it. As long as it's not red.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of a weird kind of semantic rule. But anyway, a Donkey Kong movie is reportedly in the works at Universal. So I remember you mentioning, why is Donkey Kong in the Mario Galaxy movie? Could it be perhaps because he's doing his own adventure simultaneously, timeline concurrently as the Mario Galaxy film, and he's getting his own film? Are you here for this, Seth Rogen? What are your thoughts?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I wasn't a fan of when Seth Rogen got cast as Donkey Kong for the Mario Brothers movie. And I thought in the movie he was just okay, but like a full movie, I don't know. That's gonna be tough. But it really doesn't matter. I mean, this is like the good and the bad about the Mario Brothers movie making $1 billion. Like, it's great because the movie was good, and we're going to get another one. But it's bad because now we're getting Donkey Kong. We're going to get a Yoshi movie probably, and we're getting a Princess Peach and a Daisy movie and all that. So you take the good with the bad. We'll let the Donkey Kong movie flop if it flops, and just keep hoping that they put all the the eggs in the Super Mario basket. So we'll see.
Two questions. It says in the works at Universal. Does that mean like not Illumination, or like is it like Illumination under Universal? I'm not sure.
I have no idea.
I figured it'd be under Illumination. Unless it's a live action Donkey Kong movie.
That'd be nuts.
I don't pay anything past these fucking studios. Also, number two, if you could have a Mario spinoff character have their own film besides Donkey Kong, who would it be? Just out of your own personal interest.
It would easily be Luigi's Mansion, but I doubt.
They kind of touched on that in Mario, which I was kind of mad at. I was like, he deserves his own. That deserves a longer arc than what we got in the Mario movie. But go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, it would be Luigi's Mansion. Obviously, the story's there to tell. I think it would bring an audience, and I think it'd be super entertaining. But can Luigi by himself hold because I feel like the $1 billion is going to be the measuring stick for anything that comes out after.
Fuck the money. I said you personally.
So, I said Luigi's Mansion. Okay. I gave you an answer. I'm just expounding on why I think Luigi's Mansion may not happen. But yeah, I mean, if it was up to me, I would want a Luigi's Mansion spinoff.
Personally, I would want a Super Wario movie with Wario and Waluigi kind of like just fucking up the entire movie, but at the end they're like these like unclaimed heroes. I think that'd be really cool, but that's just me. Anyway, moving on. Cast some very interesting actors too as Wario and Waluigi. Mortal Kombat 3 is in development at Warner Brothers. It's been announced before.
Somehow.
We're getting a Mortal Kombat trilogy, guys.
Wow.
What are your thoughts on this? I know you love
for the first time ever, by the way. Yeah. Look, man, I saw the Mortal Kombat 2 trailer, and I told you that it was my most anticipated movie of the year. But, I guess everybody else saw it, including the executives, and they were like, holy shit, we need 7 more months to make something else because this looks ass. So, Mortal Kombat 2 getting pushed back that long cannot be a good thing. I'm going to stand by that. I'm officially worried about the movie now. But, Mortal Kombat 3 getting announced before, I mean, I guess, okay. I'm not sure where they're going because and in this one, we're having Shao Kahn, we're having Sindel. So, like, are we going to do Fire God Liu Kang or like the Elder Gods in Part 3? Who knows? I mean, they've got to make Liu Kang relevant in Mortal Kombat 2 if that's the case, but we'll see. I mean, yeah, like obviously it's a good thing. I want more of this Mortal Kombat, I think. But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, man. So with the announcement of Mortal Kombat 3, it really just more so puts like disappointment in my head because of the potential of what Mortal Kombat could have been if they would have started off on a good foot. I feel like Mortal Kombat, like the actual lore and universe of Mortal Kombat has MCU potential. I swear to
Of
God,
course.
guys, it has
Yeah, it does.
MCU potential. If you would have took your
Yep.
time, made a really good first movie, I would have been so excited for this news about Mortal Kombat 3. But now it's
Mhm.
like you have such an uphill battle to get back on track. And I just would to this day,
Well,
man, I would have loved just a serious tone Mortal Kombat movie with like let's do like it could be movies about Scorpion and all of them. It could be movies about Outworld, just the Outworld movie. It could be so many different things you could do. Just a movie set in hell, and just the idea of this is just I don't know, it's pissing me off a little bit. But what are your thoughts?
I'll say this: Mortal Kombat is the king of rebooting itself. In the video game series, they've gone through like literally 3 or 4 reboots of the timeline. So maybe that's something that they could, wiggle in here in the movie franchise. I don't know, to like kind of course correct. Like, if if they're gonna go with like the fire guy Liu Kang, like it can't be the same Ludi Lin that I fucking saw in part 1. So they need to have some fucking course correction here somewhere.
Black Ranger.
Yeah, is he? So we'll see.
Anyway, Adam Driver, of course, the actor who plays Kylo Ren, says that he was developing a new Star Wars movie called The Hunt for Ben Solo with Steven Soderbergh. However, the script was done, and it was one of the coolest things he's ever seen, apparently. However, the film was set after Rise of Skywalker, which obviously we know he dies in that movie. But apparently, Lucasfilm loved the idea, but Disney, it's fucking Disney becoming Sony. Disney said no. Their quote was, "We didn't see how Ben Solo would still be alive," which I kind of agree with. But at the same time, I thought Kylo Ren was one of the best parts of the new trilogy. So I would have loved to see him get his own movie as Ben Solo, not as Kylo Ren. This would have been so cool to me. But what are your thoughts?
Yeah, as a casual Star Wars fan, I don't care. And he's dead, so I don't care. Sorry.
but seriously, like, even as a casual, like the idea of a Ben Solo movie is not cool to you. Like that's not like somewhat exciting to you.
It's not.
Kylo with the blue lightsaber, following in his father's footsteps, Han Solo and Leia.
It's not exciting. No.
Okay, you're annoying. All right. Only one bit of video game news, guys. Ubisoft is it Ubisoft or Ubisoft? How's it pronounced?
I say both.
All right, about 6. Ubisoft canceled an Assassin's Creed game set in the post-Civil War era. It featured a black assassin who was formerly a slave. That sounds really cool. I'm not gonna lie. Players would fight the emerging KKK. However, leadership canceled it after concerns with the U.S. political climate and the Yakuza, the Yasuke backlash. The Yasuke backlash. Sorry.
You said Yasuke. I was like, who's that?
This would have been. I mean, I don't even play fucking Assassin's Creed. Never have, but this would be a fucking movie. Like, this sounds cool as hell.
It would have came in with. It would have came in with, and all you niggas that's claiming to be mad, it wouldn't have mattered to y'all. So I don't care.
Okay, so I think
this is the real news.
Okay, I think it'd be cool. Let's talk some trailers now, guys. We have the trailer for Eddie Murphy's documentary has been released. It's coming November 12th on Netflix. Obviously, cultural icon, one of the best, biggest stand-ups of all time. I don't care to see this, but if it has good reviews, maybe I'll check it out. But what are your thoughts on the Eddie Murphy documentary? As
I've stated numerous times about Eddie Murphy on this pod, I was never a fan of the guy. I was born in 93. By the time I knew him, he was Dr. Dolittle. He wasn't cool to me. I didn't like the Shrek movies like everybody else did, so I didn't give a fuck about him as Donkey. So I have no emotional attachment.
You like Mushu,
I have no emotional attachment.
You like Mushu, don't
you?
Mushu?
Yeah. I liked Mulan, but not because of fucking Eddie Murphy.
Oh my God. All right.
You're funny. But look, in that same vein, my point is he was never like the guy from Beverly Hills Cop. He was never party all the time. He was never the nigga that was hanging out with Michael Jackson, and he was never Eddie Murphy Raw to me. So like, I don't care about this documentary. I do not care. I'm sorry. I don't. I will applaud Eddie Murphy for always putting on black comics, black actors, especially in all his movies. But like, as like a individual, like for a documentary, I don't care. Sorry.
All right. We have the trailer for the Game of Thrones prequel that we already mentioned earlier, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, premiering on HBO Max January 18th. January release.
You know what that means? It's gonna be ass.
What are your thoughts on this show? On the trailer?
I'm not sure what to say. Yeah, I'm not sure what to say about this other than like it looks like Game of Thrones. I mean, like there was nothing in this minute and a half or minute and 50 second that like made me be like, oh shit, I got to see this. No magic, no monsters in this, so it's just going to be straight storytelling and characters that are interesting. Hopefully, so we'll see if it's good. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, anything set in Westeros, guys, I'm a sucker for. I'll watch it no matter what. Now there was an interesting comment that came out. Like this is more of a comedic kind of tone to the show, which came out, and you can kind of see flavors of that in the trailer. So I'm interested to see how that will work out because I don't think we've seen that before. But it looks like it's going to be, if anything, a very like almost like a Mandalorian Grogu type relationship between this kid and the Hedge Knight or whatever his name is, the Knight of Seven Kingdoms. So yeah, I'm excited, man. We'll see. I'll get the trailer for Marvel's Wonder Man series starring Yahya Abdul-Mateen II.
Your boy.
Released. He's been Dr. Manhattan. He's been Black Manta, and now he's Wonder Man. I swear it's just because of his fucking body. No, like anyway, premieres January 27th on Disney.
Another January release.
What are your thoughts?
Yeah, Monty. This trailer was super weird. I didn't know what I was watching. Unfortunately, in the state of the MCU and my mind state, that's not a good thing. Like I'm borderline ready to skip this and just check out the cliff notes. Maybe check out the cliff notes. But is this supposed to be like a parody, or is this like an actor and he's going to get Wonder Man power? Because from what I know, Wonder Man has power, so I'm guessing he's gonna get the role of Wonder Man, and he's actually going to get like actual powers. Maybe I don't know. But yeah, this trailer honestly like hurt me. Like usually I'm like, okay, the trailer didn't do anything for me. Well, it did something to me. This hurt me. Like I was like, what the fuck is this? So yeah, I'm kind of worried about this, but I'm sure as time goes on, as it gets closer to the release date, they'll release more about it, and I'll be more excited for it. Black lead in a Marvel Disney show. I mean, I'm gonna try my best to give a fuck about this and watch this, but this first look was not entertaining. So,
wait,
what do you think?
But you said Black lead in a Marvel show, but like that was enough to get you to watch Ironheart, was it?
No, it wasn't.
Okay. Yeah. To me, it's very apparent that this is the entirety of this trailer comes from just episode 1 or maybe episode 2 of the show, and they're trying to leave off a lot, which I appreciate. You know, the trailer did nothing for me, to be honest. I like the fact that they aren't revealing too much too soon, and so I'm still going into it with a very open mind, even though the trailer did not do much, because I can tell, like I said, that's probably from episode 1, just more like just the overall show setup or whatever. So I have no problem with that. We have the trailer. Let's talk about some films now. For Sam Raimi's new film, Send Help, starring Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien, has been released in theaters January 30th of 2026. Sam Raimi, our boy.
This nigga Monty hates January, guys. Sorry.
What are your thoughts on Send Help from Sam Raimi?
You know, it's sometimes I wish I had nicer things to say, but you know, as this trailer went on, I was becoming less and less invested in it. Believe it or not, like a crappy office drama about like a shitty boss, I was like, okay, like this could be funny. And then like it slowly turned into like, oh wait, there's a plane crash, they're stranded at sea, and who's the boss now, bitch? And like I'm hunting you, and I was just like, I just don't give a fuck. Like Rachel McAdams, Dylan O'Brien, congratulations to y'all. I hope y'all got the back for doing this. I wouldn't even like wait for streaming for this. Like I do not care about this at all. What do you think, Monty?
Yeah, unfortunately, I feel the same way. And Sam Raimi hasn't had the best track record for me lately. Doctor Strange. Yeah, I don't know about this one. I don't know if I'm rush out to see this one, to be honest. So we'll see how the reviews come out. But yeah, this didn't do much for me. The premise seemed very. I feel like it's not giving us as much as we are supposed to get in the movie, which is a good thing. But at the same time,
sure.
If it's just really two people on an island going back and forth arguing, I don't want to see that shit. I'm sorry. We have the trailer for Mercy, starring Chris Pratt and Rebecca Ferguson. The film follows a man trapped on a chair who must prove to an AI judge, played by Rebecca Ferguson from the Dune films, in 90 minutes that he did not murder his wife. In theaters, January 23rd. What are your thoughts on this trailer?
Yeah. Another one where like I was kind of just like, damn, like I'm kind of into it at first. And then like as it was going on and on, I was just like, I can just tell every single thing that's gonna happen in this movie. Yeah. And no, thank you. Like I'm okay. Like y'all have fun. Shout out to Chris Pratt. Like, man, like I'm I'm super okay on this.
How the
What you
mighty have
think?
fallen. From Guardians to this.
Yeah.
Um,
Guardians, Jurassic Park, bitch. Now you're
movies.
stuck to a chair, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 people.
Yeah, I'm not here for this one at all, guys. Sorry. Even though I do
Hmm.
love Rebecca Ferguson as an actress. We have the trailer for Primate has been released. A horror
God.
movie. A family whose pet chimp got rabies and begins brutally attacking the entire family. In theaters, January 9th. What are your thoughts on
Hey, these January releases are going crazy.
crazy, nigga.
Man, look, guys. I'm the one on the pod who typically advocates for these type of movies. Typically, like I've always like even since I was a little kid, I have loved me a man versus monster. Like I've always loved it. Guys, don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. Even I will not be there opening night for this. For a chimp getting rabies, which by the way looks so sad in the trailer. Like the chimp got bitten by a fucking snake. And then all of a sudden he's like no thanks. Y'all have fun. I'm not watching this.
Yeah.
This bullshit.
I mean, if you want to see this movie, guys, just watch Nope, and there's like a 10-minute segment that's basically this movie. It's so funny. I watched this trailer in the screening for a Black Phone 2, and I saw it on Camp Creek, and it was a black audience, and they were into this shit like crazy. They were the black audience was like, oh hell, get him, girl. I'm like, oh, fuck. So they will be there. They will be there, but unfortunately, I don't
see themselves on screen, huh?
I can say that kind of shit, bitch. I'm done. Because you're done. You're actually done.
Nobody's watching.
I'll blast it out, bitch. Don't worry. Or body pod to this shit.
Yeah, okay.
Last trailer,
go
guys.
tit for tat, bitch.
Last trailer, guys, is for another Colleen Hoover film. Colleen Hoover, guys, did It Ends With Us last year, which I love that film. She's doing the new movie coming out with Mason Thames coming out this week. Obviously, she has some kind of deal with Hollywood, obviously. It's called Reminders of Him, starring Micah Monroe from Long Legs and Tyreek Withers, who I'm a big fan of after the movie Him. The film follows a woman trying to rebuild her life with her daughter after returning from prison, actually, for killing her boyfriend in an accident in theaters March 13th. March 13th. What are your thoughts?
That means it's going to be good. It's gonna be good. I mean, look, the synopsis sounds like straight out of a book, and sure enough, it's based off of a book that obviously, what's her name?
Colleen Hoover.
Colleen Hoover wrote. My wife loves this author. My wife has read this book. We're gonna go see this movie apparently.
Oh, really?
And yeah, so
Nice.
cool. Let's do it. Hopefully, it surprises me. Look, I always try to go into, especially films that are trying to adapt a novel. I always try to go into it with open mind because it's so hard to do. As we've seen so many times, Stephen King, bitch, I'm talking to you. We've seen it just be so ass.
Stephen King's fault. He just writes the book. He don't do the movies.
Well, I'm not saying it's his fault, but I'm just saying like his novels are the ones that are being adapted. Jesus Christ. But yeah, anyway, yeah. I mean, this trailer was interesting, I guess. But did we just see the entire movie? Like, right. I feel like there's like no surprise. Like, I feel like they literally just spelled out the plot from A to Z.
I mean, same thing happened in It Is With Us. We both enjoyed that. So
yeah, exactly. So hopefully, the film is deeper than that, and
it won't be.
We'll see.
It won't be.
It probably won't be, but you never know. You never know.
Is Avi dragging you to see the movie that comes out this week by Colleen Hoover?
Probably, yeah. Okay. I don't know.
Okay, just curious. Yeah, guys. I mean, first of all, guys, I'm on a big Tyreek Withers high right now after him. The movie wasn't all that. I think he's amazing, and so Hollywood loves to pair up and coming black actors with these white people, and so we see it happening with Chase Infinity, happening now with Tyreek Withers. He's palpable to the white audiences. Yeah, man, I'm excited just for him, if anything, and I love Colleen Hoover adaptations. I only seen one, but so yeah, I'll be there. And I love movies like this, man. Like, this is a good thing to throw in your mix. Like, you have these little Marvel movies, little more your Sony movies. This is just something good, man. Just a kid or two people falling in love after great circumstances. I'm here for it. See, I'll be there opening night. Last segment of the podcast, guys, is just us. Night. I'm just going to show you guys the top 15 Halloween costumes for 2025 according to Google. Can you guess any costumes on this list?
K-pop Demon Hunters.
They dominate the top 4, literally. Yeah. Okay.
Anybody from Sinners?
No, actually,
Okay. The Grabber?
no.
No. Okay.
Okay,
All right, I give up.
here we go. At number 15, Glinda, Glinda from Wicked, of course.
Ah.
14, Toothless, which is the dragon from How to Train Your Dragon. 13, the nurse from Silent Hill. I'm not familiar with that character. Are you familiar with that character?
Not at all.
Okay, you know what Silent Hill is, the game, of course. 12, Nightwing for some reason.
Really? Okay.
11, Hamilton, which I've been seeing a lot of Hamilton because of cosplayers or whatever already in the theater when that movie came out or when they re-released the play. Number 10, the Lorax. Number 9, Elphaba. Okay, we got to win, black people. We got to win. She beat Glinda. Number 8, you have Derpy from K-pop Demon Hunters. Number 7, a Labubu, just a Labubu. Like I actually bought my little cousins a Labubu like a couple weeks ago, and they went like you would have thought I bought them fucking like a mansion. Like they went fucking insane over these little $15 Labubus. Number 6, I got the chicken jockey from Minecraft. I remember this is a big deal when the movie came out. Number 5, Baby Saja from K-pop Demon Hunters. Number 4, Jinu from K-pop Demon Hunters. Number 3, Mira from K-pop Demon Hunters. Number 2, Zoe from K-pop Demon Hunters. Number 1, Rumi, K-pop Demon Hunters. So dominates top 5 actually. So yeah, guys, that wraps it up. Please drop your Halloween costume in the comments. We would love to know. Don't forget to comment.
Like the video.
All right.
Comment down below.
Yes.
Subscribe to the pod.
Please do. And share if you're
Share if you.
yes.
There it is. There it is. There it is. Thank you.
Here we fucking